Hey everybody, I need to check and make sure you can hear me. We are live on Facebook and I'm recording it into YouTube. How are you? How are you? Hopefully we're going live. Let's see if we can hear each other. Okay, I see that we're live and you can hear me. So that means my mic is working. Yay! Just wanted to touch base with you. It is almost this time of the year, but it's definitely almost this time. So we've got pumpkins to Christmas right here upon us. And I wanted to make sure that you all know what's going on. So I'm going to do some live training on our Facebook page, and I'm also going to stream it onto our YouTube channel so that if you miss it on Facebook, you can go back and watch it on YouTube. But it's going to have all the information that you need to be able to learn and grow and do what you need to do this month to make it a very successful month. Because guess what it is? It's November. And that means with November coming, that's Thanksgiving, that's a lot of selling season. I did my first pop up last Friday, and y'all, I did like $600 or $700 in sales at that one pop up. Took me like 2.5 hours. It was so much fun. And people are buying. People are hungry to purchase. Some of the people were like, "Oh, I'm just buying it because it's wrapped cute. You know, presentation makes me purchase." And I'm like, absolutely. That's the nature of why I wrap it. So what I want to talk to you about tonight is the lunch and learns that I'm gonna do this week. I'm gonna post them generally around the lunch hour, and I want you to be able to jump on and listen at your leisure. So don't feel pressured to be on live. If you have comments, you're welcome to comment. But as you can see up here in the top corner of our screen, we're going to be talking about Pink Weekend. So we're going to focus on that. I'm going to share my screen with y'all so that you can see what I'm going to be talking about. Hopefully this will work. Oh, yay! It's going to work. So I am sharing this with y'all, and this is an outline of the how-tos for Pink Weekend. And this is a link that I have built out for y'all, like a web page basically. And it is everything that you need to know about Pink Weekend. So, did you know there are 155 billion shoppers in the United States on Black Friday? So, Black Friday consists of basically now the day of Thanksgiving through Saturday, the day after Thanksgiving, till Saturday morning, the day after Thanksgiving. That's considered Black Friday. And the reason they call it Black Friday is that's when America traditionally got back in the black. Before then, throughout the entire year, people were in the red. And when you say you're in the red, that means you're in the negative. That means your bank accounts, your statistics for your sales year were in the red. That means you had spent more either through rent, product, labor, materials, whatever, than you brought in. But this day, the traditionally biggest shopping day of the year, usually would turn you from red to black and put you in the black. So when you would change over from black, that meant your number total went positive. That meant you made more money than you had spent that year. So retailers are hungry, thirsty, and ready for Pink Friday. So first of all, I want you to know when Pink Friday is. Literally for us, it starts generally you don't want to start it too early, but I usually announce it the week of Thanksgiving. So I don't tell people now because they'll hold their orders. And there's people that are still shopping. Y'all, I have like 7 orders to deliver tomorrow from people that have texted me today or called me today. And I love that. But we don't want them to hold that until the sale. So we don't announce it until the week of. And I start talking about it on Monday and Tuesday. And then I'll say, just to let y'all go ahead and start shopping, I'm going to give you a heads up. You can start shopping on Wednesday. Then I do follow ups with them on Thursday, telling them happy Thanksgiving and reminding them about the sale. Then Friday is when, boom, it's there and they think it's going to end. Then Saturday morning, because Saturday morning is still Pink Weekend for us, and that is Small Business Saturday. So I say we're extending the sale. So that for those of you that have messaged me and said they didn't want to miss out on all these deals. And so we extend it that day for Small Business Saturday. Then a lot of people say it's Skincare Sunday, so they'll extend it. We still have people trying to get in. I don't want to rush anybody. I'm extending my sale, and then you can have Cyber Monday. So you can let it end on Sunday and then do something different on Cyber Monday, or you can keep it going. I traditionally just keep it going through Monday and follow up with them. And then I have a magic script. Y'all, I sold $2,000 extra with that magic script last year. So let me give that to you. You're going to want to stay until the end of this week to keep getting that script. But I'm going to share all that with you. It's all in this email, or excuse me, this website that I built out for y'all to use. There's links on here with all my graphics and all that stuff. And y'all, I will be honest with you, I do not do discounts like percentages. I don't like percentages in a store. Like when they tell me it's 10% off, I like roll my eyes. I'm like, oh yeah, you don't have to pay tax. I'll buy it later. Or if they tell me it's 20% off, I'm like, well, that's not a deal. But if they're going to give me a percentage off, it better be like 60, 70%. Then I'm like wanting it. So I don't do percentages. I don't make them wake up at 4 a.m. to get something silly or crazy. I want them to shop with me, love me, and know me. Now, another tip that I have is the prep time. So this week, we're going to stop sharing. This week, what I want you to do, I'm going to post another video in a second. It's actually on there, but it's about what you need to do to prepare. And it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4. You need to find and make a list of every person that's ever bought from you, that you've ever talked to about Mary Kay, that's ever said they wanted Mary Kay. You've got to make a list of those people. Then the second thing you've got to do is write down their name and number. The second thing is get them in your My Customers. Mary Kay offers a My Customers app that's completely free. You need to get them in that My Customers app. You can go to your Play Store or your App Store or your Apple Store, whatever cell phone brand type you have. You go to the Play Store, App Store, whatever, and you purchase the app for free. It's just a free download onto your phone. You need to make sure you have space for that, because if you're a business owner, you need that in your phone. And you download that app, that free app, and you type in every single one of your customers in there. If you'd rather do it on the computer, you can go through InTouch and do it, but you still need the app. The app is going to save you time and money. So what you're going to do is you're going to type in all their names and numbers individually into that app, get them set up. You want their email addresses. You want their telephone numbers. So if you do not have those things, we can talk about ways you can message me for some ideas to get those. Like if you just have their name because they messaged you on Messenger or because you saw them in a store, we've got to figure out how to find them, because you need a name and a telephone number. They are not your customer unless you got their name and phone number. So if you sold them something and did not get that, then you need to go get a little Mary Kay spanking over there and say, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I did not get your name and number. I need to be able to follow up with you when you run out. I need to check on you. And so you need to find a way. If you have to go back to the store because you know they work there or whatever, go get their name and number. That's your first thing. The app, and getting their name, the list going, and then getting them in the app. Those are 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then what I want y'all to do is start thinking about all the different things that you want to do for yourself. Like you need to set a goal, you need all that stuff in place. So what we're going to talk about this week is the preparation. So we're going to start with that. So you've got to have the list, the app, load them the app, get that going. Okay. If you need to, you can sign up for Shani's office. That's the one that I prefer. It's SHANI_S, Shani's office. It's like $20 a month as a consultant to join. Tell them Rebecca Strange, your sales director, sent you, and I think you get a free something for doing that. But tell them that I sent you. You can find them on Facebook, or you can just Google Shani'sOffice.com and ask to be added and say you need it done quickly, because what they'll do, they will actually link your My Customers to their app, and everything that you put in your My Customers just automatically flows over there. So you don't have to upload, you don't have to put in Google Docs, you don't have to do any kind of nothing. It just takes it over there, and you'll have a list. It'll say customers. You click on that, and in one text for that $20 a month will send all your customers a message at the same time. It is beautiful. It will even personalize it. So there's codes you can use, the pound signs. You'll do pound first name, pound sign again. And then it just sends them like, hey, Mary, hey, John, hey, Sally, hey, Barbie. I mean, every single one of them will get a personalized message from you, and you don't have to do it but one time. So it saves time, it saves you money, it saves you effort. It'll also send it back to you when they reply, and it makes you look like you have an office number. So the Shani's office number becomes your office number because it's private to you. That's where my 334-603-8333 comes from. It's that Shani's number that I get from them. And so I can text and I can even do voice calls on there. And that's another thing we're going to talk about later in the week, which is so important. So get your planning done, figure out what you're going to do, how you want to do it. And you might want to invest in something like Shani's to be able to make that such a priority to get your business going. The second thing is have a goal. What's your goal for Selling. Last year, I actually won a selling challenge that I was invited to by a friend of mine who does marketing across the board for a lot of different direct sale companies. And she and I met through Mary Kay and became friends because we were in the same seminar, and we've stayed in touch over probably the last 10 or 12 years. She invited me to do this thing, and y'all, I won some really nice prizes from it. It was really cool. Um, but I was the number one salesperson in all of the contests. She had like several thousand people that did that. It was really awesome. And I have a cool story with that, which I might share on Facebook about it. How God just did something through that. But it was a really interesting thing to learn because she's literally sharing with you the same information I've been given since I've been in Mary Kay. It's Mary Kay, the how to's and the nuts and bolts. And so I'm giving you her tweaks, plus my tweaks on what I have learned for the last 12, 13 years doing this. So we're going to talk about the goal. And y'all, selling at Thanksgiving is huge because people are buying. Peak weekend is when people purchase. So you need to look at your customer base. If you have 100 customers, don't make a minute little tiny goal. Set a goal that's big enough that you can achieve, because if you keep asking and you keep posting and you keep texting and you keep emailing and you keep sharing, and then you use that magic script, you will get some amazing results from that. Okay. So you've got to get prepared by getting your customers together. You've got to have a goal, and then you have to have your plan. And your plan is your nuts and bolts, like how we're going to do this. We're going to text. We're going to, if you have Shani's office, you can do voicemail calls. You can do emails, the whole 9 yards. You can actually, if you have a smaller customer base, like say if you have like 1 to 40 customers, maybe, just use the My Customers app, because you can email and text through it. It's super easy. If you have more than 40 or don't have time to individually do 40, then what I would say is you probably want Shanies, because it's going to save you time. Now, even if you have leads or prospects from events that you've done, I would still contact them during Pink Weekend, because they might purchase something. A sale is a sale, y'all. A sale is a sale. That's why I'm saying anybody that you've ever talked to, facialed, sold to, that's mentioned they might be interested, might want to do something with Mary Kay, get them on that list. So preparation is key. Having your apps and having your strategy of how you're going to do it, having your goal of what you want to achieve through it. That way you don't give up on Monday before Thanksgiving and say, well, to heck with this. I got to cook a turkey. I'm not going to worry about it. No, you have a goal in place. And if we do the prep time now, this week, we get everything in place and prepped out for it, then it's going to be a breeze on Thanksgiving. I go to Georgia to my aunt, and she's on my customer mailing list, and I'm sitting on the sofa, or, we're out Christmas shopping last year, and she goes, phone's ringing. You're calling me. And I said, really? And I laughed and I said, I'm sorry, you're on my customer list. You just got the messages. And she goes, how did you do that? And I'm like, it's an automated service that I love. And literally, she was laughing. She goes, well, I guess I'm going to have to go order some Mary Kay now. And I'm laughing. I'm like, yeah, you do, because it worked and I wasn't even working it. So, y'all, if we prepare right now, it'll work for us in 2.5 weeks, whenever um, we have to have the actual day happen. Okay. So you got to have the plan, the strategy, nuts and bolts. You got to have the goal. You got to have all those things in place, and then you'll be able to do it. So we're going to talk about all that. And then I'm going to give you the scripts and the graphics, because that takes the guesswork out of it and makes it super easy. So all that's the stuff that we're going to talk about this week. So we're covered today. You got to have your list. You got to have every person you've ever sold to, talked to, walked by, and they ask you about Mary Kay, been to a vendor event with you, whatever it is, you got to put all those in place. And then you've got to grab hold of that list, names, numbers, hopefully emails, and plug them into your My Customers, and then decide, do I need My Customers or Shani's office? And if you want Shani's, go ahead and sign it up. Tell them you need it ASAP, because you're getting ready for Thanksgiving deals and sales and all that kind of good stuff. And then you've got to start posting. Now, we're not going to tell too much too early. I'm going to tell you the timeline for all that. And then guess what happens? The sales roll in. Now, a big tip that I'm going to share with you too is I usually have people pick up at my open house. I always do my open house after Pink Weekend. The first weekend in December is when I usually have it. So it's generally the next weekend or the next week or so after. And it makes it so easy, because they've gotten the sale and they paid for it. They have to pay for it. So they have to Venmo me, Cash App me, credit card me, all that stuff. And we'll talk about all that too. And then if they do that and I haven't met them or they couldn't meet me right away or didn't just come pick it up off my porch or something easy, then I'll let them pick it up at my open house because it's another way for me to get them to open house. I've got them through the sale, I've sent the magic script out after the sale, and then they come to open house to pick up. Y'all, last year I had a lady that spent about $150 with me on my Pink Friday sale, between the sale and the extra script that I did, the magic script. Then she came to my open house and spent an additional $200 because once she got there, she was like, "Oh, I can get my son and my daughter a Skin Vigorate brush, and oh, I could get this person this, and this is wrapped so cute. I could get this." And they're not taking advantage of the sale anymore. The sale's gone. It's just like a department store. That sale's over. Sorry, that coupon's expired. Nope, you can't do that. They paid full price for it at the open house. And what ended up happening was her total that she had paid me over a week-long time period went from like 150 to almost $400. And she got a lot of Christmas shopping done, y'all. She got a lot done. And then she called me back later because she had been questioning whether to get fragrance for her daughter or not. Guess what? She wanted me to meet her to let her daughter smell a fragrance, and then her daughter got it the fragrance plus a couple other things. So you never ever know what one contact will lead to residual payments, sales, customers, the whole 9 yards. So we'll talk about all that. Thanks for listening. Join in all day, every day this week for all the goodness that I have for you, and take advantage of those information that I have for the Pink Weekend sale and also for the holidays. You don't want to miss it. Bye.